Hey everybody, good morning. I just wanted to make this quick video resource for you so that if you're working asynchronously or you miss a day here or there, you'll be able to keep up with what we're doing. And so this right here is just an introduction to the Global History project that we're going to have moving forward. All right, so let's take a look. And so this right here is more or less the introduction to the project that we've talked about in class, and it's a project called Our History. And the idea behind it is if we are able to, through the resources that are around us, our family, our friends, our community, extended family, the lady down the street whose driveway we shovel when it starts snowing because that's what we know is the right thing to do, and then she appreciates it, but she doesn't pay us, and it is what it is. But either way, you're still happy to. Anyway, Our History. It's about taking the historical thinking skills that you're going to need for the regions, like point of view, perspective, context, in the future, things like audience, like author's purpose, and you mix it with some of the more historical pieces like enduring issues. And we're going to have historical case studies that go along with this project as well. And so ultimately, we're going to be interviewing two people, members of our family or our community, or really anyone that you know and like and has seen a little bit more history than you. And we're going to be using that to approach the bigger historical ideas. Then later in the year, when we see things like the French Revolution or the Industrial Revolution, or even some things that are going on right now in the world, instead of just seeing it as, oh, this event happened and these are the pieces of it, we're going to build on, well, the same things that affect us, what we've learned, and the words that we've applied to our experiences so far this year. So we're going to start with us so that when we learn the rest of the history, it's not just names and dates, it's not just events. They're pieces that are connected to us in much the same way that we have felt about the world around us and the people who are a part of that world. We'll be able to take their experiences and attach them to history and, in short, feel history a little bit more instead of just learning about it. Now, let's take a look at some of those documents that we've been working on. It started out with these two pieces, and you can find them both in week 2, Global Project Interview Questions. And this is a list of a bunch of questions that I have come up with, that some coworkers of mine in previous years have come up with, and they're all with the idea of giving you a starting place, giving you somewhere to start with your interviewer. Childhood and growing up, questions on belief, like fate, discrimination, what's the key to happiness, on current events, things that are going on right now, as well as just general questions that you might have and be interested in. And then, of course, at the end of this, there was space for you to write 2 questions as well. And so if you're seeing this for the first time, you have 2 tasks to do. Number 1 is to pick out 10 of all of these questions that you like and rank them with which you like the most, a 1. Second most, 2. Third most, 3. Fourth most, 4, all the way down to 10. And then you're going to be writing 2 of your own questions that might be more special to you or specific to you. Next, after that, we completed something called a reflection on questions. And we took our top 5 favorite questions. They could have been some of the questions that I wrote. They could have been some of the questions that you wrote. And we wrote those questions down right here on this sheet. And then, in order to make sure that it wasn't like a yes or no question, and that we'd be able to get some details and even think about what our own answers would be, we decided to go ahead and answer them ourselves. And so within this reflection on family questions document, you're going to take your top 5 questions, could be ones that I wrote or ones that you wrote, and you're going to answer them here. And it's going to help us practice that idea of asking detailed questions and making sure that we're asking the kinds of questions that our interview subject is going to be interested in. And so that's all we've done in order to organize our questions. The next video is going to be on the interview itself. So take care for now, and good luck asynchronously. If you need any help, please feel free to email me or write to me in Google Classroom. Have a good one.